105.5.
Are you a car owner, a transporter, a technician, a car dealer, a parts seller, or a potential owner? Then this program is for you. Join the mechanic Tunde Onakoya on Auto Clinic every Wednesday from 10:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. Ladies and gentlemen, let's rev up in 3, 2, 1.
Do you genuinely love your car, or you already are interested in buying a particular car because you love it? Well, how well informed are you about this choice of vehicle, and what are the parameters you are using to determine this vehicle you want to buy? Welcome to Auto Clinic with the Mechanic. It's another beautiful Wednesday morning on Splash 105.5 FM, the best radio station in southwest Nigeria. We are live here right now from the beautiful city, Ibadan, and the time is 10:34 a.m. Today is the 23rd day in June 2021. And this is your weekly dose of everything cars and vehicles related. You're welcome once again to the best and the most listened to radio station in southwest Nigeria, Splash 105.5 FM. And the program is Auto Clinic with the Mechanic. I am Tunde Onakoya, the Mechanic. And if you're listening to us for the first time, you have missed a lot, but there's still a lot to come, because this is a weekly radio show dedicated to talking about cars and the automotive industry at large. You can watch us live right now on facebook.com/Splash FM 105.5. Like and share the content that we're currently putting out and every other one of our programs on Splash FM. You can also join us on facebook.com/Auto Clinic NG as we are streaming live right now as well. Like and share among your friends and followers on Facebook. If you want to join us via Instagram, of course, that opportunity is there as well. The Instagram handle we are streaming live right now is at Auto Clinic NG. As usual, we have lined up exciting stuff for your listening pleasure. And on today's episode of Auto Clinic, we'll be starting with updates from the automotive world in and around Nigeria, and of course, all over the world. After which, we'll be discussing our topic for today. You want to ensure you listen to that. You also could load up on credit if you want to call in to be able to share some of the issues you have with your car so we can advise and provide possible solutions to those problems. Of course, at the end of the day, your mechanic will have to be the one to check that out and fix it. We will provide you with advice, which you can take to your mechanic. He can vet that advice, and then when he vets it and is comfortable with it, it's something he can apply to the fixing of your car. Of course, if you want to contribute as well, you'll be able to call into the program much later. I'll give out the numbers later. Now, I'll start with the updates from the automotive world. Honda discontinues hydrogen-fueled Clarity FCV because of slow sales. And 2, Total Grace Oil and Gas opens a filling station with electric car charging point in Lekki, which is the first in Nigeria. Now, the details. Honda will cease production of the Clarity, its hydrogen fuel cell electric vehicle, a fuel cell vehicle, because of low sales, according to the Japanese publication Nikkei. It is also ending production of the Legend, the Odyssey MPV as well. The Clarity was the first Japanese firm's FCEV model when it was launched 6 years ago. And the car's plug-in hybrid variant will also be discontinued as the battery electric version was in 2020. It is believed that Honda will now focus on its upcoming electric models and has not ruled out hydrogen technology in the future. The Clarity was a lease-only vehicle, and it is believed that a poor hydrogen refueling infrastructure and a high asking price of around £50,500 contributed to low sales demand for the model. The Clarity, Legend, and Odyssey were all constructed at Honda's Sayama plant, which is set to close at the end of March 2022. Honda formed a partnership with General Motors in 2013 to develop fuel cell vehicles, and this partnership will continue. The Japanese automaker will also consider future hydrogen models, Nikkei Asia reports. Following the technology trend, Ibadan-based firm Total Oil and Gas opens a filling station with electric charging point in Lekki, the first in Nigeria. According to a statement issued by the company, the executive chairman, Total Great Oil and Gas, Dr. Henry Akinduro, the new station has an electrical charging point, making it the first filling station to incorporate an EV charger in the country. Akinduro noted that the infrastructure was built to ensure that Nigerians enjoy the best products and services. That's it on the updates from the automotive world, and you're still listening to Auto Clinic with the Mechanic on Splash 105.5 FM. I'll return shortly. Our discussion today will be looking at the effect of high mileage on a vehicle. You see, a car's mileage is the total distance traveled by the car since its manufacture. Usually, a typical car will do about 1,600 kilometers, which is about 1,000 miles every month. In other words, about 12,000 miles to 19,200 kilometers per year. These average figures can be used to estimate the car's mileage. For instance, a 10-year-old car can be estimated to have 120,000 mileage, or 10 years times 1,200 kilometers every year. A more dependable way to tell a car's mileage exactly is to simply look at the odometer that is reading on the instrument cluster. Mileage is generally a good measure of a car's current value. Of course, you can use mileage and fuel economy to determine a good used car. Now, there are several factors that will affect mileage of vehicles and the effect that mileage of your vehicle will have on the vehicle. Now, age is generally one thing. The older a vehicle is, the more the mileage you're supposed to find on it. This is, however, subject to factors such as how frequently the car is used and periods of inactivity. There are people who own vehicles, just park it in the house, rarely use it, and in 10 years, you find them clocking just 20,000 miles in 10 years. Now, the road or driving condition is also there. Driving and road conditions also influence mileage on vehicle because, as a rule, good road and driving conditions tend to lead to higher mileage because the car can get to farther destinations faster. So frequent driving on highways, traveling on interstate and other highways usually leads to high mileage on vehicles. Then the habit of the driver. Now, a car owner's driving pattern can also affect the mileage on the car. A fast driver, for instance, will rack up more car miles than slow driver because it takes a slow driver longer to get to places, which will mean that it goes to less amount of places in a day, in a week, cumulatively in a year. Now, what do you consider high mileage on a vehicle? Because you hear this when people are buying cars, the Tokumbo cars, they go to dealerships. What is that thing that is considered a high mileage? Now, typically, if you put 12 to 15,000 miles on your car per year, it is viewed as average. But when a car that is driven more than that is considered a high mileage vehicle. But with proper maintenance, cars can have a life expectancy of about 200,000 miles. But whether you reach that in 2 years or in 10 years, it doesn't have to mean the end of your vehicle's life. Now, there are problems that comes with high mileage vehicles, so you need to know this. Number one problem that comes with them is that the engine begins to burn oil. Now, this is one of the most common issues with high mileage cars. High mileage cars can wear out, and the piston rings that seal your engine's combustion gases will be gone in the process. If a car hasn't been properly maintained or has used poor engine oil over time, it is likely that the engine will burn through more oil quickly than normal. If you're looking to purchase a used car, don't forget to check the oil, because if the oil level is consistently low on the car, it's something you probably will have been able to catch early on at the point that you were to purchase the car. Check oil level at that point in time. If you have to top it off, it suggests that the car is already burning oil. Now, of course, you should take the dipstick, slide it in. In the case of a vehicle that has a dipstick, if it doesn't have, you just have to check it. Does the oil appear dirty? Does it appear gritty? when you find any one of these issues, is the color clear? Is it dark? Does it smell burnt? These are all the signs that you may be an issue under the hood of the car, no matter how good the car looks. If these are some of the signs you're seeing on it, there is a possibility that the engine is very high mileage and it's not been properly maintained. Of course, on a high mileage vehicle, transmissions can fail. Once your vehicle reaches 100,000 miles, transmission failure becomes much more likely. It is important that you keep up to date on the transmission maintenance to prevent premature failing. Change the transmission fluid on time. If you hear any bangs or groaning coming from your transmission, get it checked out by a mechanic as soon as possible. Also, you try to keep towing heavy loads like trailers to a minimum because they will shorten the lifespan of your transmission. That is for people who continuously tow. You just carry your car, tow other vehicles. You have a trailer, you tow it. Any load you find, you just carry it. Your transmission begins to get a beating from that process. Of course, a high mileage vehicle that uses a timing belt can also have an issue of the timing belt that will break. See, the timing belt is critical to the engine's operation. For it to operate smoothly, the timing must be in order. So if you hear a ticking noise as you drive, or you see leaking oil from the front of your engine, or you experience engine misfires, it might mean that your timing belt is failing. This usually happens between 60,000 and 100,000 miles. So if you suspect that your timing belt is failing, get it replaced before it breaks and cause serious damage to your engine. Mechanics usually recommend being proactive and getting your timing belt changed at least every 100,000 miles. Now, the thing is, when you are changing your timing pump at the timing belt at 100,000 miles, you might want to throw in a water pump replacement as well, because a water pump that has run 100,000 miles has also done a good job and possibly would require replacement as soon as possible. So, because you are opening up the timing belt area, chances are that you have taken off the belts on the car, you've taken off all the pulleys on the car, the rollers, the idlers, you've taken everything out. At that point, is a good opportunity for you to throw in a water pump replacement as well. Any car with 60,000 to 90,000 miles has a risk of water pump leaks, because the water pump is perhaps the most important element of your car's cooling system. So if you don't want overheating to become an issue, you need to understand that the water pump circulates engine coolant and prevents overheating. So with a high mileage car, it's important to change your coolant and antifreeze regularly. Flushing your coolant system can also help prolong its lifespan. And looking for steam rising from your radiator and water or rust under your hood, all of these are telltale signs of a leaking water pump. I'll go on a commercial break now. When I come back, we'll continue with this conversation. We'll continue discussing this topic, and I'll open the phone lines. Number to call will be 08091551055. Go load up on some credit now. Come back. Don't go away. I'll be right back.
It's a brand new day and I'm feeling the heat. I walk into the bathroom so I can hit the street. I'm not just looking for a shower, I'm looking for a dry. I feel like no other comfort is through a nice and cool chill. It's an all-in-one soap, so dope, cause it kills germs, makes you fly, got you smelling so fresh. Yeah, plus it's Premier Cool season, got me feeling fresh for no reason. Yeah, stay chilled with Premier Cool Toilet Soap. Removes 99.9% of germs and contains real menthol extracts for that icy cool feel.
Wait, Mike, is that a signed Messi jersey? How did you get that?
I exchanged my Smooth Crown Corks for it.
What?
Yup, you can trade your Crown Corks for Smooth King's gifts, such as jackets, shorts, or an autographed Messi jersey, and get to be smooth like me.
All right.
Be a smooth Niger King.
Sabi no say morning fresh they finish work 50 50% better pass others. Make you sef join people wey sabi begin use Morning Fresh.
The UEFA Euro 2020 is here, featuring the best of the best, the Sergio Ramoses, the Ronaldos, the Harry Kanes, the Mbappes, and of course you, the super fan. From Friday the 11th of June to Sunday the 11th of July, you can watch your favorite stars battle it out, match after match, to be crowned kings of Europe. The UEFA Euro 2020, it's anyone's game. Get and stay connected to DSTV to watch every game live on SuperSport or on the DSTV app.
Too much of familiarity with me. I'm going to my second story more. Pẹ̀lú ẹni ṣó máa bá mi sọ ṣó lè bá ìjà ẹ̀ sọ nǹkan bẹ́yìn.
Àwa obìnrin ni yóò ayé. Lójú náà kí adùn yìí lè máa lọ láì lópin. Ètò yín aládùn ni ọ̀rọ̀ obìnrin. Ó ti gbéra tán. Lórí ìkànnì yìí ní gbogbo ọjọ́ Thursday ní dédé aago 10 òwúrọ̀. Kódà lọ́tẹ̀ yìí ó tún máa dùn jù. Gbọ́ngbọ́n akàn sí. Ọ̀rọ̀ obìnrin, ọ̀rọ̀ gbogbo wa ni. FC Wamco, ilé-iṣẹ́ tó ń ṣe mílìkì 3 Crowns Milk ló ń ṣe onígbọ̀wọ́ ètò yìí.
Wetin you need na safeguard.
Children that like to dey play.
Dem like to dey play.
Small pickins that must jolly oh.
Dem like to dey jolly oh.
But remember one thing, protect them with safeguard too. Protect them with safeguard. Protect them with safeguard too. From the teen and yama so the future go better.
Safeguard antibacterial soap. They comot every yama for body. E also dey available for 50-gram size.
You! Yes, you over there.
What is it?
What do we say to competitive gains on our retirement savings?
We move to Oak Pensions.
You, Uncle, what do we say to superior service delivery and excellent customer service?
See question. We move to Oak Pensions.
What about you? What do you say to prompt payment of benefits with no hassle at all?
Abba, that one is easy now. We move to Oak Pensions.
Finally! What do we say to financial security at retirement?
We move to Oak Pensions.
Move to greener pastures to the PFA that is ready to serve. Transfer your retirement savings account and start enjoying these benefits and more. Visit www.oakpensions.com/transfer to get started. Oak Pensions, securing your retirement.
We move with Oak Pensions.
Enter the place and it brighten. Make everybody they wonder. Waiting make us all the shine. Lush hair. Long hair or short doesn't matter. Crochet or dreadlocks can be better. Only for girls we know better. Lush hair. So you want to slay with swag. Gotta be lush hair. Gotta be lush hair. Straight or curly. You know they tango. Lie. Gotta be lush hair. Gotta be lush hair. Wonder how I shine like this. I'm on a lush hair, be the coco. Say you want to know. And if you wanna be fine like me, I can show you where to go. A lush hair, be the coco.
Beautiful people know how to make an impression, and that's why they only trust Lush Hair Extensions to bring out the shine in them. Lush Hair, be beautiful.
When you want buy correct wakis, you go say,
abeg, give me amala 4 wraps, gbegiri, ewedu, fufu, shaki, bokoto, abodi.
But when you want buy malaria medicine, you go say,
no be malaria.
Buy malaria drugs the same way where you dey buy your food. Make una dey always ask for Coartem. We also dey for cherry-flavored dispersible tablets for children too. Don't gamble with malaria. Choose right. Choose Coartem. If symptoms persist after 3 days, please consult your doctor.
Wetin you need na safeguard.
Children that like to dey play.
Dem like to dey play.
Small pickins that must jolly oh.
Dem like to dey jolly oh.
But remember one thing, protect them with safeguard too. Protect them with safeguard. Protect them with safeguard too. From the teen and yama so the future go better.
Safeguard antibacterial soap. They comot every yama for body. E also dey available for 50-gram size.
Amatem soft gel wà fún ìtọ́jú àrùn ibà. Tí ara rẹ kò bá yá lẹ́yìn ọjọ́ mẹ́ta, lọ rí dókítà rẹ.
Welcome back. You're still listening to Auto Clinic with a Mechanic on Splash 105.5 FM, your integrity station and the most listened to radio station in Southwest Nigeria. You're welcome back. Now the phone lines are open. You can call in at 08091551055, 08056998678, 0706949300. Call in. Let's take that one. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, hello, good morning.
Good morning. Your name and where you're calling from, please.
Anonymous, actually, but I'm calling from somewhere close to Fellerland.
All right. Good morning.
And I like your program. You're up to date, and that's impressive.
Thank you very much.
Now, very impressive, and I'd really like to know your workshop. Apart from that, is there a concern since September last year, and I under 015?
Okay.
I'm as much as I like to take care of cars. I service whether I travel or not. I service the oil every two months.
Okay.
I hope that is good because some people said it is not.
It's too frequent, I think. What quality of oil do you use? Do you use synthetic engine oil?
Yeah, I think it's the same one. I think it's Total actually.
Is it synthetic? Are you using a fully synthetic engine oil?
I'm not sure, but I think it's this 5-6. I don't know. Maybe I should check, but I'm not really sure. But the same oil I've been using for my.
If it's fully synthetic, you can do it every 3 months or 5,000 kilometers, whichever one comes first.
Well, the car is about 12,000 mileage.
You haven't even done much on it, so the engine is super good.
Then since September last year, because I'm a fan that opens my car and check the engine every morning.
Okay.
Now I don't have water. I have the radiator coolant inside the radiator system, and it has been there till top since last year till now.
Yes.
Is that a good sign?
It's a good sign because you shouldn't be topping off your coolant unless there's a leakage somewhere. It's only for you to change.
Not even poured water or anything or anything. It's just there.
It doesn't matter. Your coolant should be good enough to stay in the car for as much as 40,000 miles. Then you flush it out afterwards and put fresh coolant. That's what should happen.
So when are you advising me I should flush it out?
That's what I'm saying. About 40,000 miles, you can do that.
But still, is about 17 or 12,000 now. Until when it's like 40,000 miles?
I think that's what I'm saying. At about 40,000 miles, you can flush it out at that time. Okay, thank you very much for calling. Number to call 08091551055, 08056998678, 0706949300. If you have any issues about your car, you want to have that conversation, let's do that now. We have a few minutes before we go. But while we're waiting for that call, I was mentioning things that would happen, that are likely to happen when you have a high mileage vehicle. Rust is another issue. So you notice that when you have hit a car running over 100,000 miles, especially out of Nigeria, you begin to notice rust. Now, if this car is frequently driven in the rain or in the snow abroad, the problem with rust is that it spreads. So surface rust in your vehicle's paint is relatively easy to fix for you. You can sand off the rust, prime it, paint it, and buff it. You take that to a paint shop so that they can get that done for you because it will definitely spread. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Your name and where you're calling from, please.
This is Anibas calling from Ueli.
All right. Make your question very clear.
Yeah. I have an issue with my car. I think it's the power supply issue. I just changed the...
what car is it? What car is it?
Toyota Corolla 2007.
2007 Toyota Corolla. Okay, go on.
Yes, I just changed the 4 filter and the 4 pump. But still this noise makes when I start it, and it struggles to climb, it struggles to move. Get to 60.
What's the mileage on that car? What's the mileage on the car?
1,004.
104,000.
104,000. Yeah.
Okay. Now, why did you change the fuel pump in the first place?
It wasn't moving.
It wasn't moving well.
So the mechanic said I should change the fuel pump and fuel.
Okay, I think you need to go and run a scan on that car now and let them do a fuel pressure test. Before a fuel pump is installed on your car, they should have done a pressure test to be sure that at least that pump is good, and that's the only way they will also confirm that your own fuel pump is bad. It's a possibility that you have a problem with the ignition coils on your car already. It's over 100,000 miles. The ignition coils might be on their way out, but they change it as well. You said what?
Yes, change it as well.
They change.
Yes,
that's what I'm saying.
The ignition coil as well.
Okay, fine. So go and do a pressure test on your fuel pump and run a diagnostic scan on that car.
All right.
Thank you very much for calling.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's about all the calls we'll be able to take today so that we can finish up on this topic. I hope we'll be able to have enough time to finish up. So now, how do you want to make your high mileage vehicle last? We have said now that a vehicle that has hit 100,000 miles, between 70 and 100,000 miles, is already gravitating towards a high mileage car. So you don't have money to buy a new car right now, or you just genuinely love the car. And you're probably interested in keeping your vehicle as current as possible. So you want to ensure that, one, you fix any problem you notice on the car immediately. Don't delay. Don't ignore that check engine light or other issues that arises from your high mileage car. Problems don't just go away. In fact, they usually get worse. So as soon as you see or hear something unusual, take your car to a mechanic to have it serviced immediately or have it checked out. Now, service is not just oil change. Service could also be a scan on the car and any other thing that needs to be checked. Of course, you should also choose high-quality replacement parts. You see, when it comes to auto parts, you generally get what you pay for. If you want to keep your car on the road, make sure that any worn-out parts are replaced with high-quality options. Problem is, the price of high-quality parts is usually, in many cases, you would have it as 10 times higher than that of low quality that is available all over the place. So when you get it that high, it's put off for some people. But get whatever good quality you'll be able to lay your hands on. At least make sure it is not you trying to manage things around. Make sure you do that. Now, follow the owner's manual maintenance interval. Now, this means you must get your oil changed on time. Make sure that you check your tire pressure, you rotate your tires, you maintain your fluids. If you ignore regular maintenance during your car's early life, this will lead to a larger problem down the road. So it doesn't matter. Sometimes it is not you, it is the previous owner of the car. Sometimes it's not even the previous owner of the car. It is the owner that is previous to the previous owner of the car that has just been doing things wrong. No matter how much you try to patch it up much later, it will show up in your maintenance. Of course, keep the car clean. You see, aside from washing the body of the car, keep the inside clean. If you're cleaning the interior of your car very well, you will notice if there's water leakage or water seepage somewhere. If you notice that, then you can fix it on time. And importantly, drive the car gently. Now, the better you treat your high mileage car, the longer it will last. Don't slam on the brakes or the gas pedal abruptly. Make sure you make gradual turns. Avoid potholes. Other rough road conditions can put a stress on your vehicle. The vehicle is already stressed at that age. I have worked today with Aziz and Elizabeth Chile Ebuta as my studio manager and research assistant, respectively. Special gratitude to you, everybody that has joined us online and offline, for doing that today. Till I come your way again next week, I remain the mechanic Tunde Onakoya, telling you to stay strong and be kind to your cars.